So you have come here after COVID, after a long time. And as such, you are, Anjanie Ben is managing the whole of Harmony House, New York, in a 3 regions. Because you know, New York is the coordinating center of 3 regions as such. Caribbeans, Canada, and US. But now, since Didi is additional secretary, so
additional head
next to Dadi. So she's managing almost.
Not me, I don't.
Big case, but a very privileged soul, and since in Gyan since 40 years. Yes, so I'm sure that the age of your dedication, so senior, very much senior to me. And from Guyana, basically, you belong to. And from there, so when the New York Center was opened, so Baba to that place, and which is the hub. So if you want to get permission to visit US as a Brahmin, you have to take the permission of Anjanie Ben and Eric Bhai. Eric Bhai makes the letter. Yeah. So yeah. So very, very busy in that place, and in fact a very friendly nature with, and Sirifort is her hometown. And Sirifort se connected. GK is her, what I should say, baby. Baby, which she in fact was instrument to give birth. She said it's very near to the heart. Yeah, because earlier when this center was not there, but when the center was not there, so we were hunting for the places. So Shanti Benji, before the 12th October program, which was the first program, so Shanti Benji sent her to see all the places in GK2. I think so. How many places? She selected also some few, but then for some or the other reason it couldn't happen. So she saw many places for GK, and thereafter, I think so. This was no, the earlier ones you didn't see the way it was a baby. So she came for.
I think I saw the other one.
Sunita Ben's house when the first it started. So that time she came. So that is how. Therefore, GK is very near. And one more thing, when there was a dispute going on before COVID, and that was the first time the owner had come, because you know that they wanted us to just go back. So, and in this so many years, 7 years, that it was just once that owner had come. And that time Anjanie was there with that owner in that meeting to settle. And listening to her discussion, her conversation, and her convincing part, the owner agreed for 2 months. So she was after me, have you taken the place or not? Since then, because she was the one to settle. So that is how her link with Baba's this new place is so much dear to her. So now we'll listen your views, your Pusharat, and what should we also do for this in this month, and of course for the new place.
Om Shanti. Good morning. When Baba is in our heart, then can anything and anyone get left out? And anyone or anything of Baba's get left out. Not even a single soul of the world can be left out. And Baba's children are closest to his heart. No? And so who are we? We are God's children, direct children We know who we are now. We know the one we belong to. And because there is this feeling of knowing, this feeling of belonging, wherever our thought goes, wherever our step goes, Baba, you know Baba is present there. It's because it's his. So we move in life with Baba. We move in life with everything that we have to do with Baba. And so our life is just about Baba, Baba, and Baba. And this is what makes our life easy. Our life is not complicated. Our life is very easy. Who makes it complicated? We do. One thought creates complication. You know, one thought, if someone is not clear, and it's not that it was not explained for someone to be clear, very clear. Person says, yes, it's also clear. But when it comes to practical, it becomes unclear. Because sometimes we don't also listen carefully. We think we know. We think we are aware. We think, and so see how our own minds create the complication, create the difficulties. And so this is why when I think of what Baba is doing and how Baba is doing everything, it's really easy, really simple. We have the easiest and simplest life. And we have to see it that way. We have to recognize it that way. And if you really look in our life, if we really see, is that when I'm listening to Baba, what happens to your heart? Don't you feel that what he's saying is touching your heart? Don't you feel what he's saying? You know, it's like, Baba, the sky can fall, but I am with you. And then sometimes you just can get connected with one thought of the past. What happens? Or you get connected with one thought from someone. What happens? That world that I was in with Baba has now changed. And it has become a world with what someone said, something, or my own thoughts of past thing. And that's how we make things which are very simple, it becomes difficult. We change it. We're so good in changing it. And so Baba has come to make everything easy, but I am changing it. And so how do I change and make that which is so easy stay easy with me? Stay easy with me. When I'm listening to Baba's Murli, the more I feel what he's telling me, not hear what he's telling me. We're listening through the ears, this physical ears, the soul is listening. But even without these ears, the soul has another ear, the subtle ear, the subtle heart. So when we use that which is subtle to listen to Baba, we will feel what he's telling us. And whatever we feel, we can never forget it. We never forget that which we feel. You lifetime. People might be like, look at Dadi Janki, she was 104. She can tell you the whole story of Yagya and how she felt in the Yagya. You probably have parents, grandparents, some of you are grandparents yourself. You go back in days when you were young and you remember. And here we are listening to God talking to us every day. What do I feel when I listen to him? I listened to him this morning What did I feel in my heart when I listened to him? And so whatever we feel will make it easy. Remember, it's not what I heard make it easy, right? When he speak about civilize. Now when we hear that, we will say, Baba, but we are living in this world, how, and with all these situations and families and all of that, how can I do that? How can I be this? How can I? So we can start questioning. No, old sanskar will question. But when he's talking and I, the soul, I'm listening with that civil eye, and the soul feels that, what Baba did, he fills the soul with the power. And so I don't have to think of civil eye, but what happened? I am using civil eye. And so I will see with that vision. I will see with that experience of that soul conscious awareness. So Baba makes it so easy, very, very easy for us. You know, I look at myself also and I see that at any point, any given point, I come to an obstacle, I come to a scene where I have extra thoughts. I pause, I ask myself questions. Why I ask myself these questions? Because only then I can teach myself the lessons that God is giving. So there are two things. One, I listen and then I feel and I understand and I recognize and all of that. And that which I haven't seen clearly, I haven't recognized clearly, it means I have to go back to school, right? So who will be the teacher at that time for during the day? I have to become the teacher because I didn't heard it clearly. I didn't recognize it. I didn't feel it from Baba. So the paper comes in front of me. I didn't pass it. Or I pass it with X amount of marks. Now what I have to do? Go back and study that paper. And where is that? In the Baba's Murli. What he told me. I didn't understood him clearly. And then you find when you use Baba's knowledge at that time, whether it's his company, any form of the relationship I used with him, then that which was difficult now start becoming easy. So we have to make use of God. Make use of God. Dadi Gulzar always says, God is God and we know God, but we don't use him enough. Do you feel you have used God enough? No, we have not. And when we do, we know. When we experiencing from Baba and we are receiving his love or his powers or anything we're receiving, we know it, right? Because we feel different. Things change around us. What we think we can't, we see how it happens. We say it's magical how this happens. So how did all of that happen? Because of my relationship at that moment with Baba. And then whatever it is that we have to do, we are all Sahaj yogis, no? We are easy yogis, but we are also cooperating in Baba's task. All of you, your presence here this morning has created the biggest seva for the day. Do you know that? Your presence here in Baba's home has created the biggest seva. Why and how? You fill Baba's home with vibrations. Baba always says, my children are the decoration in my home, even your home. Families are there. One person living in alone and a home with families. Isn't there a difference? That one has to think of everything. And here, when you have a whole family, everyone thinks of something. Life of someone who lives alone and lives of those who live together, it's different. But that one who lives alone will say, I have independence. No one is there to tell me anything. And that is also okay. But when that one will need, then who will that one turn to? And so Baba's home is his children. And each one coming and bringing your beautiful vibrations to Baba's home fills every corner with happiness. And so see the value, see the presence, what it does in Baba's home. Sometimes we just take it for granted, you know. Many things in life, we just take it for granted. And we don't see that the moment we step our feet in Baba's home, what are we bringing? Look at during COVID. Where were all the decorations? Baba's children. Everyone had to be at home. Who was in Baba's home? 1, 2 souls only. Vast difference, and look how beautiful it is today. So see the value that the first step of my cooperation with Baba is my presence in his home. And then whatever seva it is that we have to do, we are all part of his seva in some way or another. Whatever it is that we remember Baba and we touch, it's seva. Anything we touch and we are remembering Baba because it is Baba's. Someone bring this flower, as simple as it's flower. It's flowers, but what? Received with joy, received with happiness, shared with happiness. It's one soul who would have given, but everyone's hearts is merged in it. So feelings are there. So we have to check and see our feelings, that how it's making me play my part in whatever it is I have to do with Baba. I am very, very happy because I can see the fortune. And everything we do, wherever, even if you're at home and you're serving your families, it is seva. And I will only experience it as a seva if I keep this consciousness of being the trustee. I am a trustee. I am not grihasti. Grihasti will tie me in bondage. Trustee sets us free. Trustee gives us freedom. It's not mine. I am in New York. I'm not all those big things Sangeeta Ben is saying. But yes, I live with Sister Mohini now for 30 years. And being there, it's definitely the hub where Peace Village, we have very big. Any one of you in this room went to Peace Village? Yeah, Peace Village is our big retreat center. Sometimes it sleeps when daddies used to come, 300 people will be there. So many will stay. But Peace Village is not on its own, but we all feel it is our Peace Village. So we all help with the seva. And so Harmony House, where I stay, is where everyone has to pass through to go to Peace Village. In olden days, when Peace Village started, it's about, I think it was 1999, Peace Village came about. And so how many years? So what happened is that in those early days, we used to have very big retreats, international retreats. So guests from around the world will come and they have to pass through Harmony House because they used to pick up from the airport and they will bring to the center. Now we have to cook. We have to make sure everyone is fed. The bus will come, pick them up, take them off to Peace Village. It's like 2.5 hours drive, which could also be like 3 hours plus. Depends on the traffic. And so we were all together doing seva. So everyone used to be so happy doing. When we support, when we help in any task that belongs to Baba, who will bless us? Baba will bless us. Is it Baba only bless us or others also bless? So we get double blessings. And then we bless ourselves, right? So triple blessings. So we have to see all these things in our lives, that how life, when we experience life full of blessings, it's another way of making life easy. But if I don't do the karmas, I don't raise my hand to do that karma, how will I receive blessings? How will blessings come? God wants to bless us, right? This is why he has come. Every day we listen into the Murli, we hear blessings. So Baba wants to give me blessings every day, where whatever is from the Murli, it becomes real in our lives. But I don't do any bit of what he tells me. I hear him. Then how would he give me? How would I bless? How would others bless? And so seize the opportunity of this confluence age, this small bit that remains. Tiny bit of confluence age remains. And see how highest each one can go, even though you have come 2 years or 1 year or whatever it may be. Don't count it in years. Count it that I am not wasting 1 second. I can be 40 years, but if I wasted 40 years and someone just came and they used every second in a worthwhile way, their seconds will be more valuable than my 40 years. Because in God's math, it's not years. It's how I use the seconds, how we use the moments. So lots of blessings to the family of GK for your new Baba's home. Lots of blessings. And when that door opens, no one should miss any day. Yes? No one will miss any day, and no one will miss on the fortune of your seva. Seva bhav. Have so much love for seva that God has to find constantly. You say, these are like genies I have here. I have to keep these genies busy because I have to find seva for them all the time. And he will find. He's God. Sometimes we hear souls say, someone take my seva away. I said, what seva can anyone take away from anyone? Baba's seva is unlimited. If I give away something that I was doing, he will bring so much more for me. Why I'm looking at that little thing I was doing yesterday, why don't I see something bigger today? So our vision has to become unlimited. Our vision has to see beyond what is just in front of me. And then I will experience from Baba how he's unlimited. So GK will be a role model in what? What would you like your new Baba's home to be a role model in Delhi? Let's say Delhi. It will become not only Delhi, it will become Bharat, and it will become the world. What is your vision for your new Baba's home?
Baba's child. We all each will be the Prakshita Baba wants us to be.
You want to be the true Baba's child, that which Baba has vision as what is a real child. Yeah, true child. Sachi. Hmm? Good, very good. True child. Okay, what else? What would you like to create this vision of this new Baba's home? I am so happy. You want to feel that the new Baba's home is heavenly. Okay, so Baba's home will be heavenly. What else? Everyone, share your vision. More souls should come. Okay, more souls must come to Baba's new home. Yes. What else?
Intention of shifting again and again as the rent, being an ownership is a difference.
The difference between being an owner and paying a rent. So now you're liberated from rent. No more rent. Now it's Baba's home. So Baba's home is whose home? My home.
Confidence.
Yeah. My home. And when we see it as my home, then what? It's the best. What else when you see it's your home? There is caring. So much happens when it's your home, right? When it's someone else's home, you say, I'm guest. And when it's your home, it's my home. It's my home. And yet it's my home and I have to live within what the home says too, no? Because look, each one of us, how many of us in this room, we all go to Baba. We say it is my home and each one of us start doing our own thing. Will that work also? Someone will put this flower here. No, it should not be like this. It should be like this. Someone says, no, it should not be here at all. Now, how are we going to work together? Will not be possible, right? And so still, because it is Baba's home, and you see when we are all going to work together to give that finger of cooperation, you will find someone will say, okay, I have the speciality of decorating. I have the speciality of hosting. I have the speciality of cooking, of making toli, of doing so many things. And so what starts happening? Our little finger has created these beautiful departments and everything is happening and flowing from there. You know, one of the things like when Peace Village came, before Peace Village, in Harmony House, we were quite a few sisters. And then Sister Kala, who is in Peace Village, she used to be in Harmony House. Some of you know Sister Kala, right? So she used to be in Harmony House. We all used to live together. And then after Peace Village, she left. So then I was with Sister Mohini. For 10 years, I just stayed with her alone. I didn't used to do so much seva. We have two places. One is residence, and that's where Sister Mohini is, and we are all there. But the other one is the center, Global Harmony House. And so after Sister Kala left and Bhumi, some of you know Bhumi came into the picture. So I started spending more time in Global Harmony House. So then what starts happening? Taking on more responsibilities of the place and all the things that's happening and the guests and all varieties of seva. No, it's like you have to be all-rounder. You have to be in everything and know everything. And not that anyone was teaching us anything. We just had to be available for everything. And this is why one of the things, quality I always say to God, say, Baba, let me stay available for you. Anything that has to happen, I must not think that I can't or it's difficult or make an excuse. No excuse. Say, Baba, let me just be available for you. So the phone rings, I'm available. The doorbell rings, I'm available. Someone walked in, I'm available. I have to cook, I'm available. Everything that has to happen, I'm available. So how did I learn everything? I just stayed available. No one taught me. I just stayed available. And Baba used me to make anything and everything happened. So then what started happening, we say, okay, for departments to get formed and all of that. So I said, if I start thinking this group will take care of this and you will take care of this and you will take care of this, somehow my heart wasn't connecting with it. Why my heart wasn't connecting with it? I went back to Sakar Baba, and it's like looking back in those days of Brahma Baba. And Brahma Baba, I said, the children came, souls came, and Baba says, you are my children. So he created a family. Children came, so he created family. Same family, now he's teaching. He became parent and he's now teaching this family. You are a soul. This is who you are. This is whom you belong to. All these things he's done. So he's teaching, he's educating them, and he educates us in the 4 subjects: Gyan, Yoga, Dharana, Seva. Now it's the same children who organize themselves to do what has to happen. And that happened according to everyone's speciality. Very naturally. He didn't say, I am now going to organize this. I'm now going to set up an organization. But the same children start molding themselves, start using what they are studying, and then organization was born. Now look at Madhuban. Madhuban is a role model, right? You go there, you get your food, you get your tea, you get your gift, you get your classes, everything is there. How is everything happening? What Baba created since 1936. And so when I keep thinking of what Baba has done and how he has done that stays with me up till today. So I said, in my heart, let Baba's children then play and find themselves in what they like to do in Baba's home. Because if I only would say, you do this, today no one wants to hear you say, do this. It's okay to say once, but it's not easy. Then, so it's like, it's like a dance. You create it like a dance. Okay, breakfast finish in the morning on a Sunday. We have a little washing area. We have a dishwasher. So those who have to go there, sometimes those are not there. I see others come in, but it's like a dance that's happening. Cleaning has to happen. Everyone comes in. Some will clean this area. Some does another area. Some does another area. We don't have maids in New York that to say we are hiring maids to come and clean. Baba's children does it. The programs have to happen. Baba's children who does it. So who is doing everything? Baba's children. You have to drive to the airport. Who is doing? Baba's children. So Baba's children, they are doing everything with their own specialities, their own gifts that Baba has given to them, their own qualities, their own treasures that Baba has given. All of it is pulled into his yagya. And that's what makes all of us feel very, very fortunate and very, very happy. So my vision is that in this new Baba's home, everyone will be the greatest dancers. When you dance, you're happy, right? You watch a little one dance, you're happy. You watch an elder dance, you're happy. So dance brings a lot of joy. But what will it be the dance of? The dance of specialities. One is dance of sanskars. That's a different dance. But when we do the dance of specialities, specialities will help us to mold easily. Now, we are all not same, right? We are all different, aren't we? Yeah, we are all different. And so while we are different, with the Baba, everything becomes beautiful and everything becomes easy. And so this family will not see any weakness of anyone, right? Yes, that's where true child will be there. We will not see weakness of anyone. Don't we all have some weakness? Yeah. We all agree we have something that we are not karmatit yet, right? We are not perfect yet. Aim is there. Effort is there. Our sadhana is there to become, to reach that stage. So while we have that aim and that, we are all making effort, and Baba recognizes that. But what he teaches us to do, dance the dance of seeing each one's specialities. And when we see each other's specialities, it will be so powerful. So powerful. One weak thought from a sanskar changes our world. Don't you all have that experience? Or nobody has that experience? We know, no? One thought. So we don't want those thoughts. So in Baba's new home, we are not taking any of that. And I'm saying we because I'm part of the family. Right? This morning I was thinking, Sangeeta Ben, did you invite Sister Mohini to do the inauguration?
Not yet, because it's under preparation.
But
Yeah, you mentioned return. but-
no, not while she was going, but now when she will be returning in April, you work with the you work with those who are building, that at least they build, complete an area that she could step her feet into that new Baba's home. Yeah, she can come and offer bhog. Yeah. So the hall can be finished if rooms are all not done, but complete, but something so she can step her feet. And give blessings to this beautiful family of Chike. Right? So remember, only specialities, nothing else. Baba, because specialities is now what Baba has given, right? Whatever we have come with to Baba, we have come. It's not like we were bad people. We all had some goodness. But what Baba is doing with that which we brought to him, he transforms it, right? He makes it divine. He makes it pure. He makes it elevated. He makes it highest. So that which he gives us, we are going to use. Because remember, only that which he gives us will create heaven. Anything else will not create heaven. It will not create heaven. That means I'm still helping Ravan in some way. So we don't want to help Ravan, we want to become helpers of Baba. So Shivratri is coming up. So keep filling that space with power of Baba's remembrance. Do you all go there for yoga? Yeah.
This Vrindavan flag hoisting will be like
Yeah.
every day happening.
Yes, all those who can go, sit up a little space, a few chairs outside, inside, wherever, but do yoga there. And that yoga will be very, very, very powerful and beneficial for the place.
Many of them suggested.
Yeah.
Many sisters.
Yeah, everyone, that keep doing, keep anything. Baba gives us reasons, no? So thank you so much for having me. I'm just happy to be here. It's like family chit chat, family. Okay, I went, stayed the night, and came back. And then the next day, because the breathing is going down, But I came back home, and then next day I was not doing well. So then the ambulance came again. And I said, if you're taking me back to that same hospital, I'm not going. I'm not going. And so I didn't go. And then I said, okay, made arrangement to get the antibodies. So I went to this place for the antibodies, and I was very weak. I was in a wheelchair. And all of it was like, it's like I'm not thinking and seeing and feeling any seriousness in it. All I know that my breathing was getting very poor. I could hardly stand up. And then when just before entering, I saw just next to the place I'm going for the antibodies, I saw emergency, the hospital, and I saw the emergency of that hospital. So when I went and they did the antibodies, I said to the nurses, I said, I'm not going home tonight. It was late evening. I said, I'm not going home. After I finish here, you're going to take me next door. I am guiding them. I'm telling them, this is what I'm going to do. So one thought, there was two of them. So one think that that's okay, you can go home. And the other one, she realized, because she was the one who was helping me, she realized that I had no energy was in the body. Then she took me. She said to the other one, no, you have to take her over. So it was just opening the door, and I was on the other side. So then that night, then they came back, they said, you have your pneumonia, COVID pneumonia, what they call it, right? So it's okay. But what I mean, it's like I saw how Baba's hand was helping me. So when I look at the many, many others, everyone experiences the easiness of the diseases or anything that's happening to their bodies. When I look at Sister Mohini, the difficulties that she has to go through with her body, it's like, you look at her, would you ever think that she has a body that's giving her difficulties? Nobody. Traveling for so many hours, arriving here in Delhi, next day to go to ORC, came back, took a flight, went off to India, and she's going to be 82 soon. We look at Daddy Janki, and we look at all, so in the BKs in United States, it's the same. However, there might be sometimes some of us who don't follow the things that we need, like you brought up diabetes. If I'm going to reach for ice cream, and I'm going to reach for all the things that's not so healthy for me, then I will have to face the consequences, right? So Baba's hand of blessings is there for his children. It's there. So one is sickness of the body, but there is also sickness of the mind. There is one soul. The soul, you say bipolar and all of these things, but the soul is so happy. Everything is like Vaha Baba Vaha. He doesn't allow what is happening to his body. Another one right now, he's in hospital. He was in hospital. He had a slight stroke. And this is not an Indian body. This one is Iranian brother. He would write me. He will say, I am coming home soon and I will help you. I will help, because he used to do seva in Baba's home. Child of a multi-millionaire, and he will sweep and mop also. He will say, no, I will clean. I will do this. I'm coming back to do this seva. I'm coming back. And then he will tell another sister, I'm coming back to get the flowers, because he used to go buy the flowers on Wednesday for Thursday morning. So they don't allow what's happening to their body to end their existence. And when I say exist, doesn't mean I leave the body, but to end what I'm part of in my life. They stay with it. Now, Baba will use those thoughts. Baba will use those feelings. You know, it's very interesting with this same brother who got the stroke just about 3 months prior. He was driving his car. He was driving in front of a gas station, his car stopped. What happened to him? He passed out. Middle of the road, in front of a gas station, so that someone could come and help him. He didn't stop the car, but that's the help, that when we have love for Seva, we have love for Baba, we use our energy for God, God has to come and rescue you. Your elevated karmas and Baba both comes together to become your protection. And in front, I am always amazed. I said, look where his car got. Could have stuck some anywhere else. But this person came out and helped him. And nothing wrong with him, that is, you know. So it's very interesting. We have to really experiment with God's powers to see the magic of God, or else we are underestimating God and his powers. If we don't use God's powers, we cannot understand or know his powers. We have to use it. Be close to him. He gives to you and you see the magic of it. No? Everyone has that experience. Acham Shakti.
Right from now, so that when she returns from Madhuban, so she should. So thanks a lot, and lot to say. It's a deficit of 2 years, no? 3 years pre-COVID. As I was talking, that day, last it was March, when she had come to take class like this, and that day only that owner had come. And it was all of a sudden he would come. Like, we never knew, we didn't do anything, any preparation also. And that day you were there with us. So everything is predestined in drama.
And
So
you all have a very good Baba's instrument here. You know? Very good Baba's instrument. Full of love and determination and vision. And, you know, her dedication to Baba is also so beautiful and powerful. I've known Sangeeta Ben since I know Shanti Ben. Because I started to come to Sri Fort 30 years ago. So I knew her from then. And I've seen her maturity over the years. But very deep love for Baba's home and Baba's Seva. Always love to do Seva. Yeah? And love for the family. And this is why she attracts me here and pulls me here. Even if I say I am busy, she says no. She will make sure that I'm in New York and I have to know that I have to come here. So that's our love. Our love. So, Sangeeta Ben, continue to use what Baba is giving to you.
So you have to continue to give fertilizers to this periodically.
Yeah.
So even when you return back, so I'm sure you will have one drishti to all of us again.
Yeah,
28th February she's returning. No, 21st March again.
yeah, but
Could be 1st March. Let's see. If it's Allah is very powerful, then we'll pull you.
actually the timings are not, because I come in with, this is after a long time I'm going by train, coming by train because of luggage. And so I'm returning on the morning of the 1st. And I
Inspire her to
leave.
go by train, not by flight.
She told me to go by train. She says it's safe. So I said, okay, once it's safe, that's all I need to know. And then I return on
Anjanie Ben and I would go and do little bit of outing also and seva also. So I would show her India also long back. Those are our young days. Okay.
Yes.
So we'll have yoga and then Drishti and Toli, special Toli for you.
Yeah,
Before, just one sec. This is our full Farishta